What is up, guys? Chase Oliver here, bringing you my WWE Elimination Chamber 2015 Preview and Predictions podcast. Normally, we get a month in between these preview and prediction podcasts, but WWE is like, nope, 2 weeks, motherfuckers. So it feels like yesterday that I was talking to the panel about WWE Payback, but now we're here for Elimination Chamber. As always, on the panel, Ace the Wrestling Nut.
Yo, what's going on, everyone?
And then also with us is Ross, Gold Standard 000. He actually showed up on time, so he's not coming in during the middle of the show. Gold Standard, how's it going?
Very rare. I usually
What were you going to say, Gold Standard?
I'm usually late to these things, but yeah, I'm here on time. We can start this thing.
Yeah, so normally with the with the preview and predictions podcast, we talk about something else before we go into the predictions of the actual show. Now, I know a lot of people are wondering, are we going to talk about the TNA and ROH Destination America thing that just happened? I already did a video. I did a live Google Hangout. Chris Phoenix joined me. Antoine Moore joined me, Heel Steven joined me, so go check that out. It's like an hour 40 minutes long. We pretty much just talk about TNA, why it's probably leaving, is it done, and talk about how ROH being on Destination America could be a good or bad thing at the end of the day. But pretty much I covered all that, and I don't feel like talking about it on the same day. So instead, we're going to talk about something that's WWE related and something that's good for the WWE. As we all know, last Wednesday on the NXT TakeOver show, Unstoppable, a debut happened in professional wrestling to the WWE. A debut for the WWE. A man that's well known across the hardcore fans alike. Samoa Joe made his WWE debut, and he didn't have no dumb name like Joey Samoa or SoCal Joe or Submission Joe or Island Pacificer Mo. It was Samoa Joe, and he came out and stared down with Kevin Owens. And then it was later announced that Joe signed, I believe, a 2-year deal with WWE, but as well with this deal, he's allowed to work some independent dates. Now, for me personally, I like this deal a lot because I feel like this is a great avenue for WWE to get some of the top flight independent performers to come on over to NXT so that way they can get their way into the WWE and make people feel like they're very special. Because, Samoa Joe, let's just face it, this dude, he doesn't really belong to NXT full time. He doesn't feel like he's a guy that deserves to be on NXT for full time. A guy that's in his late 30s. A guy who's been wrestling for X amount of years. Some of the other guys, they're younger. Like a Kevin Owens, he's only 30. Sami Zayn only 27 or 28 or something like that. Samoa Joe, he's like 39. And so this feels like a great deal. And I feel like this is a great avenue to get other professional wrestlers who are on the independent scene that a lot of us want to see in the WWE be able to sign with the WWE comfortably, knowing, hey, not only am I with the biggest wrestling promotion, but I'm allowed to go wrestle wherever the heck I want. And then not only that, it helps the independents out hugely because now you get to promote, WWE Samoa Joe is going to wrestle on the show. And with the WWE Network, with their opposed 1 million subscribers, that could help out some of these independent shows sell out more houses. So I really like this signing by the WWE. Boys, what do you think about this?
Should I go first?
Yeah, whichever wants to go first.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I won't watch probably too much of the independent scenes. I think I agree with you there, though. I think it's cool because it's not just you're not just tied to one company, right? You have the freedom to go everywhere. And it is, like you said, it's cross-promotion, too. So now, there's not too many people who don't know about WWE, but if someone's just at some local show and they see this Samoa Joe guy, and then he goes out on NXT, right? And then they're hearing about more stuff. But more vice versa, though. For a lot of these independent companies, it's going to be like, holy shit, yeah, we can get WWE's Samoa Joe. Exactly. So, no, I think it's good. I think it's cool. I didn't know about that until you just said it. But no, that's cool. I like that.
Ross, what about you?
Yeah, I like this a lot. I never thought that Samoa Joe would ever make it to the WWE just because I don't know. Like I figured he was kind of old. Like it was kind of like Christopher Daniels or like AJ Styles or something. Like felt like they were just too old and like wouldn't be interested in them. And and they were wrestlers that had made their name in another big company.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I never personally thought he would come. But the fact that he's able to wrestle in the independents and do NXT, I think it's pretty cool. They're now, with this new avenue for contracts, they're able to bring in some top indie names. Like maybe you can bring in, I don't think you could do Adam Cole because he does ROH. I mean, I guess it's a possibility, but he's got like an actual contract.
Yeah,
So
you can bring in guys like AJ Styles, possibly,
yeah,
maybe bring in the Young Bucks or whatever their names are, Generation.
yeah. Bring the Young Bucks. Bring in maybe like Kyle O'Reilly. Um, you know, I don't really know. Joey Ryan,
It's
like
easy to be sleazy.
Candice LeRae,
Yeah.
for the Divas. I don't know. You can figure out some names. Willie Mack. I remember, I remember WWE kind of rejected him a little bit. He's now in Lucha Underground.
Yeah, and a lot of people are happy WWE rejected him and all this other stuff. I don't get people sometimes. Why are you happy about guys not making money? But yeah, so pretty much what we all agree on is that Samoa Joe's contract is a good contract, and that we hope more guys are able to sign this contract, because it'd be cool to see AJ Styles in the WWE hall, not in the WWE ring. It'd be cool just to see him in the WWE ring to go at it with someone. It would be cool to see Christopher Daniels in the WWE ring, but hey, we all just have to wait and see. So that's our little pre-talk beforehand. It's not as long as the other ones, but it was just something short and simple. Now it's time to talk about Elimination Chamber 2015, live from Corpus Christi, Texas. Corpus Christi, Texas. This was originally just a random ass house show, and then WWE's like, LOL, we have a free month of May. Let's go put it on May 31st. And WWE, they're little dicks about this thing. So you know how it's a free month of May, right? For the network subscribers.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much if you sign up, and if you're gonna get tricked by this, I feel bad for you. If you sign up just for this day because you know it's going to be free, guess what, motherfuckers? WWE has it set up that if you sign up on this night for it, the next day your membership starts in April, so you will get charged, not April, June, so you'll get charged $9.99 anyways. So pretty much the WWE did a perfect job at trying to trap people into getting the network for this day, because I'm going to say it right now, this is the first time this year that I'm actually excited for a special event or a pay-per-view. This is the first time this year that the WWE Network has a special event or pay-per-view that I'm actually excited for. Rumble, I only really was excited for the triple threat match. Fastlane, that was a joke. WrestleMania, I wasn't really excited for it. Like, the only thing that really made me excited for WrestleMania was the fact of its name. It's WrestleMania. Um, Extreme Rules could give two shits less about Extreme Rules. And Payback, what a joke that was. I wasn't even excited for Payback. But this show, I'm really excited for. I can't wait to sit down and watch this show on Sunday. I think WWE, in their short 2 weeks that they had, they made this one of their most interesting shows. And I think it's mostly the matches that they have on this card, if anything.
Yeah. I didn't know about that whole little thing you said with the sucking the subscribers, and that makes me glad I just use your network.
Yeah, Ace is from Canada, for anyone who doesn't know. And so when Ace was, were you in America or something? Or I don't know. I gave Ace my network account so he could
Yeah, I
watch
got
it.
something like DNS changing bullshit, so I was able to go on the website, but I just hijacked the account name. So makes me glad. But yeah,
Yeah,
they're not fucking us. And
so so
Ryder,
so Ace uses my network, and then I have my friend use my I have a couple of people using my network. Ross uses my dead grandma's Netflix account.
Yep. Oma.
Oma watches Prison Break and Dexter with me on there.
Yep.
Yep.
Right?
Huh?
I never had it Netflix before. So.
Yeah. Well, Oma's providing you with the Netflix. And she would be proud of me for sharing it. But anyways, it's time to get into Elimination Chamber 2015. The pre-show is Miz TV with Daniel Bryan. This is most likely to promote Daniel Bryan's new WWE DVD and autobiography. So I don't expect anything big or groundbreaking here. I don't expect Daniel Bryan to come out here and be like, "Guys, I'm retiring from wrestling." Like, I don't expect anything from that because I just think that they're just trying to promote his new stuff. And maybe this is a way to bring Bryan back on TV. Maybe Bryan's clear and they want to feud him with The Miz because The Miz is also returning. And, Miz and Bryan, they have good chemistry. And it's not like The Miz can fucking injure Daniel Bryan. So, yeah, I just think it's a setup, if anything else. Or just the simple thing is just to promote the new stuff coming out. What do you guys think, Ross?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I think. I don't really expect much from it. I think they really wanted to promote the new DVD. I think he has a book too. I don't
Yeah,
know. Maybe
the
just to
book's
get
coming
things
out in
out there.
July.
Yeah, just to get things out there, and they really hoped that he would be wrestling by now, but he obviously couldn't. So this was the next best option for him to be able to promote all the things that he needed to promote.
Acers, what about you?
Yeah. Once again, like, fuck, clearly I don't pay enough attention. I had no idea this was the pre-show or the.
Oh, I didn't know until I
They
read.
announced this on Raw.
Oh, okay. I missed Raw this week, so. But it's hard to keep up with it all the time. But yes, yeah, I agree. I don't really expect much from it. I mean, it's just gonna be Miz coming back and being a dick, and Bryan being like, "Don't be a dick," and then I don't know if he can get physical. Maybe he'll like shove Miz, or I don't know. Then just yes for a while. It's really all I'm expecting out of that.
All right, then. So it's not going to be that exciting, and probably we'll get some random pre-show match on here. Maybe Stardust beating up someone, since the star of Arrow, Oliver Queen, Stephen Amell, is trying to feud with him. I don't get that at all. I like Arrow; it's a good show. Go watch it if you haven't already. But I don't get it. I seriously don't.
Stardust probably marking out because he gets to feud with him.
Yeah, he's just gonna lose. Poor Cody Rhodes, man. That dude had a future, and now he's just a jobber. I feel so bad.
So bad.
Maybe if Cody Rhodes just believes a little bit, he could have a great future, like Bo Dallas does. As Bo Dallas will take on Neville on this show, a match between two former NXT champions. The NXT guys are going at it, baby. Bo Dallas is taking on Neville. I like how the WWE kind of set up this feud in a little bit because it was just kind of like Bo Dallas attacking Neville's knees and just keeps pounding away at it, and he's saying that he's doing it to help Neville out by saying by taking out his knees, he's making Neville a better performer because he will have to adapt and evolve. I'm like, this is why isn't this Bo Dallas guy like being used more? Like, this is great stuff that he's saying. Like, because it's common sense. Like, it's like you hate him, but at the same time you're like, he does have a point. He is kind of trying to help Neville be better because of it. So I like the little storyline that's going in. It's nothing groundbreaking. I like the matchup too. Neville and Bo Dallas, they have some decent chemistry, so I can expect a good match for them. Neville, he's kind of won a lot as of late, and I would actually like to see this kind of continue a little bit more. So I'm going to predict Bo Dallas for the win. I think Bo Dallas is going to win this match. I think you should start reestablishing the Bo Dallas character as somewhat of a heel in the WWE. I think he could pull it off very, very well and kind of, rewrite the mistakes that you kind of did earlier on with his heel run, where you kind of made him lose to R-Truth and then he kind of just disappeared off WWE TV for a while. Kind of reestablish him, give him a big win against Neville. Neville hasn't been booked poorly at all. He's been booked really, really well since coming up to the main roster. So I think it's fine for Bo Dallas to pick up the win here. So I'm predicting Bo Dallas. Ross, what is your prediction?
Well, first off, where has Chase Bolivar been?
Chase Bolivar is making a return soon. Don't worry.
Yeah. All right, that's good.
I think he lost his T-shirt. I think he lost his T-shirt though. I think he's gonna be rocking a new T-shirt or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know where his T-shirt went. He came in one day. He was all like, hey, "I can't find my T-shirt. This is unbelievable." And then I told him to calm down, and he said, "No, you calm down." And then he left. And so I think he went to go buy a new T-shirt.
Kind of sounds like a dick.
Yeah, Chase Bolivar can be a dick sometimes.
But yeah, this match it's nothing special, but like for a undercard kind of match, just basic storyline. Yeah, it's fine. Like, no problems with it. Um, I don't think Boathouse is gonna win. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think Neville's gonna win because just the way I see this show playing out, it just works that way. Like, this match will be stuck between like a chamber match and one of the big matches or something, and there'll just be like some downtime, and Neville will pick up the win. The crowd will be like, "Yay!"
Red Arrow, woohoo!
Yeah, that'll be it, pretty much. Yeah, it should be fine.
Acers.
I know what you mean about like saying like how it's like simple booking, but it's like just really entertaining with both like hurting him to make him better. He's got to adapt. It's like it makes me feel like Mr. Miyagi making him watch the car, but he's actually learning a karate technique, right?
Yeah.
So I like it. I think it's funny, and I know what you mean. I kind of hope it continues. I feel like they're just going to give Neville the win because Bo Dallas has done nothing for so long. But like, I feel like it would be better for both of them if Bo wins because this is a pretty entertaining thing they got going on right now, and I'd like to see it continue. So.
Oh, he was like one of the best things on commentary 2 weeks ago. Like I loved what he called Booker T Mr. T, and Booker T's like, the hell? He's like, I'm very formal, and I'm like, what? Like he was so great on commentary.
Mr. T, wow, yeah, that's actually kind of creative.
Yeah, yeah. So I love when he said that. Like Booker T's like, the hell? And he's like, I like to be very formal. Like it's just just those things he says are just so good. Like I still love that line when Titus O'Neil last year knocks the microphone out of his hands. And he goes, silly me, Mr. Butterfingers. Like this dude is genius on the mic. He's so flipping good. Like he was so freaking. I'm so pissed that they ended that streak. That streak was freaking great, man.
Our
Uh,
truth had to fucking end it.
yes.
It's our fucking truth.
That would be a good segue, but we're not hitting the Chambers match. Nikki Bella is defending her belt against Paige and Naomi, and we don't know who the fuck are the faces or heels match. Seriously, I don't know what these divas are. Is Nikki a face now, or is she a heel? What's Naomi? Heel or face? Because I can't really tell. Paige, I don't even fucking know what she's doing. So really, to be honest, I expect this match to be pretty standard. I see one stupid Tower of Doom spot happening in this match, so that way people are going to be like, "Oh, this is awesome!" Like that kind of shit. So Nikki's going to retain. I don't see Paige or Naomi winning this. Tamina Snuka is going to get involved somehow. Maybe some Brie mode action. I don't fucking care. Nikki retains.
Yeah, I don't really expect much from this one. Just pretty standard three-way, the Divas title. They're bringing back Paige. They got Naomi doing her thing, and yeah, they just kind of want to tie it all together and do that. And, yeah, it's kind of confusing right now. Who's the face? Who's the heel? Nikki still seems like a heel to me, even though she's supposed to be face. And Naomi, yeah, I can kind of see her being heel. And then Paige, I mean, she does what she wants, because this is my house. This is my house. So honestly, I think they're gonna switch the belt here. And I think they're gonna give it to Naomi. I think Naomi's gonna have a short little title reign, like Alicia Fox did way back when. And we're gonna get Naomi against Paige for the next month or two, and then Paige will win the belt, maybe at SummerSlam, probably, or Battleground or some shit.
All right. You keep living that dream of Naomi winning the Divas title, Ross. I've given up on that dream. I've given up. I've been waiting for that for so fucking long. It ain't happening, though. And no, it ain't happening. Acers, your thoughts?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah. I don't know what to say here. I feel like they'll just have Nikki retain because since Survivor Series, pretty much every show, I just think Nikki's gonna lose the belt and she doesn't. So I feel like she's probably just gonna retain here. I don't know. I feel like they'll do a Nikki Page thing for a bit. Like it looked like they were gonna do Naomi and Page. Sorry, but yeah, I just don't see Paige winning it, or I mean Naomi winning it. Maybe Paige wins it, and then Naomi goes after her and doesn't win because I don't think Naomi's winning it anytime soon either. Um, but yeah, no, I think for an official prediction, I'll just say Nikki because I've talked too long already about this.
Do you think they would possibly try and keep the belt on Nikki for longer than a year so she can break AJ's streak?
Well, she's done after SummerSlam.
She's done after SummerSlam?
Yeah, her contract is done.
Oh, the Bellas are done again after SummerSlam? Yeah.
That apparently they have to wait till their Total Divas contract is done and then they're out.
So that's after SummerSlam, really?
Yeah, because they film it from they take breaks, so they film it from Mania to SummerSlam, and then they because like they're still filming like season 4 right now, and stuff like that. So I think they're done. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I'm hearing, they're done after SummerSlam.
And then they could call up Charlotte, maybe Sasha Banks.
Hopefully Sasha Banks. She's ready for prime time. That girl is amazing. Hashtag I love Sasha. Hashtag get on the bandwagon. Alrighty.
She's got an NBA 2K theme song.
Oh, I know. Her theme song's such an NBA 2K theme song. You're playing my player and that song plays. Like, nah, I made it. Like, yeah, I did make it. I'm playing for the Utah Jazz, and I'm doing everything for this fucking team. For all you 2K players out there, you know what's up.
That's so much. You never go on a good team. I got the PS4 for Christmas, and I bought 2K14, and I've never really been a basketball. Like, I'll play a lot of the baseball and the hockey, but like, and yeah, I was playing my player, and like, I tried to restart the draft a couple times, but I kept going to Utah. My choices were like, Utah or Phoenix, and it's like, fuck, that's awful. Their team, like.
Can I just be on the Heat with LeBron? But anyways, tag team elimination chamber, the first time ever. We have the New Day taking on the Lucha Dragons, taking on Kid and Cesaro, taking on the Primetime Players, taking on the Ascension, and then finally the Los Matadores without El Torito, sadly, because El Torito is the only thing that keeps that gimmick alive. I'm just gonna say right now, Los Matadores, LMFAO, they're probably gonna do a cool chamber spot. The Ascension, what a joke. I want the Primetime Players to win super duper badly. I want them to win. If I would cheer for a team to win, it's the Primetime Players. They are fucking entertaining. These guys do a great job with the skits that they do backstage. Really funny, charismatic guys. Not only that, I feel like they should have won the tag team titles. Was it around this time a couple years ago? Was it? A couple years ago.
That was like around SummerSlam, like what, like 2012?
Yeah, 2013 when Darren Young first came out, but the Primetime Players, they were really hot around that time because I remember, like, I've been trying to find this clip, but I remember a Raw when they came out, they got a huge reaction, and literally everyone in the crowd was doing like the millions of dollars dance, and then I was like, why aren't they the tag team champions or being pushed? No, the WWE wants to push the stupid Usos.
It's like the fucking crime time curse.
No, seriously, if you're a black team of two charismatic people, you ain't gonna get shit. So hopefully, Primetime Players actually do well. The Lucha Dragons, I know they're gonna be great in this match. They're gonna have some fun. Same with Kid and Cesaro, but I don't see them winning. To me, it's between the New Day and the Primetime Players. I would love to see the Primetime Players walk out with the tag team belts. Like, these guys are great.
A New Day and Primetime Players feud would actually be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be great. I think it would be a good feud between those two. I mean, both teams can talk on the microphone. The New Day's pretty entertaining on the mic, even though I don't really like the gimmick. They have some entertainment value on the mic, but the Primetime Players, they're everything that the New Day isn't. Or they are what the New Day should be. In the positive, like they think positively, but yet the fans cheer them. How come when the New Day does it, they say we suck? Like, you can work the promos like that if you want. I want the Primetime Players to win. I think the Primetime Players, they will actually have, next to Kid and Cesaro, because it's IWC fans and whatnot, I think the Primetime Players, if they go long in this match, don't be surprised that they get the loudest reaction of the night if they're about to win the tag team titles. Don't be fucking surprised. I can hear the Primetime Players getting a huge reaction when they start doing their double team moves and stuff like that. So really, to be honest, I want the Primetime Players to win. I'm predicting the Primetime Players just because fuck the New Day. Like I said, I don't really like the gimmick all that much. They're trying their hardest. Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods. They're trying their hardest with this gimmick, but I'm just not a fan of it. And I would rather go to a tag team that I could actually watch and be happy for that they won, because these guys deserve it. These guys deserve tag straps more than anyone else. I think Titus O'Neil is a very talented superstar WWE is not using correctly. And Darren Young, he ain't half bad. Like, he's not someone that could be a single star, but he's a good tag team wrestler. So, you know what? Primetime Players is my prediction. I don't care if I'm wrong on this one. I just want to see them walk out with the belts, making millions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions of dollars. Hoorah, hoorah, hoorah! Acers?
I guess I'll go. Yeah, I think this will be an interesting match. Between the two chamber matches, I think this will definitely be the weaker one. But I'm interested to see how this plays out because they've never done one of these before. You know, the teams that pretty much have no chance. Pretty much all the teams besides the champs, the New Day, Primetime Players, or Cesaro and Kid. Every other team really doesn't have a chance. And I think those are pretty much the teams that it's going to come down to. I think final two, it's probably going to be the New Day against the Primetime Players because I like to see them transition to a feud like that, like Chase said. It'd make a lot of sense. And it would just be interesting to do. But I think at the end of the day, I think the New Day is going to be here to stay. And I think they're going to keep those belts. They're going to cheat yet again in some creative fashion. And, you know, they'll figure out a way to do it. And they'll, you know, the Primetime Players will be like, well, we should have won. And then that'll transition into their feud. So,
and then hopefully a hot Brooklyn crowd will get behind the Primetime Players, and when they win the title at SummerSlam, we see a unison millions of dollar dance. Oh, that'd be fucking amazing. I'm sorry, I would just love to see everyone just like grasp hands and do millions of dollars as like the Primetime Players win the tag titles. That's stuff I live for, man, in wrestling.
Yeah.
Seeing the crowd having fun.
SummerSlam would be the perfect time to do it because the anniversary of when they probably should have won the belts at SummerSlam, like
2012,
2013 or 2012.
It was 2012 when they should have won the belts when they had Abe Washington, and I think they were facing Air Boom.
So 3 years later for them to win the belts at SummerSlam, I think it'd be fitting. So yeah, I would just hold off till SummerSlam.
Dude, that's when they had that one theme. Whoop, get it, get it, get it. Whoop, get it, get it, get it.
That's right.
Yeah. Acers, what are your so you said New Day, Ross. What's your prediction, Acers?
Yeah, I don't know. I really got the feeling that I forget what I didn't see Raw this week, but last week when they just had everybody run out and it was just like, oh, I guess they're in it. Oh, I guess they're in it. They made the Primetime Players look the strongest, I felt. So, and I love the Primetime Players too.
And also throughout the build, you know, they've been doing most of the talking than other tag teams. Like them and the New Day are really the only teams talking because really all the Lucha Dragons can do is lucha. Let's face it. No offense to Kid and Cesaro, but none of those guys are like Mike Wizards. Like all Kid has is the word fact. And Cesaro, you know, we already know with this infamous four corners statement that he's not really that much of a Mike Wizard. And we're not going to have Connor and Victor talk. And Los Matadores, fuck them.
Welcome to the wasteland.
For me, like, I don't know if you take the belts off the New Day right away because they're doing okay stuff. And, like, so it's tough to say. I think, yeah, you're right. It's either between New Day or Primetime Players. At the same time, maybe you could have it where Primetime Players come really close, and then they just get fucked. Maybe Xavier Woods, I don't know, crawls in the cage somehow or something stupid, right? But
or something.
Yeah.
Or does it like Shawn Michaels style, like
right? That's
in the ring.
But yeah, just so you could continue the feud, keep the belts on New Day for a bit, and exactly, I have the Primetime Players win. Like, what's the next one? Battleground, Money in the Bank. Just to keep it going for a bit because I feel like they do good stuff, and then you can have a rematch, right?
Yeah, so, Money in the Bank is like 2 weeks after.
They just so fast right now. Holy
yeah, we'll be back together soon enough.
I'm gonna say New Day. I'm gonna say New Day.
All right. So I'm the primetime players, and then these two are saying the New Day, man, which saddens me. But don't worry, guys. If the primetime players wins, you know I'm going to be doing a millions of dollars dance. Up
Yes.
next, the other chamber match. The IC Championship is on the line. The vacate IC Championship. We have Sheamus, Ross's boy, taking on my boy
Yeah.
Ryback. Our troops somehow, some way found found a way in this fucking match. What did our troop do? Time out real quick before I read the rest of the participants. How is our troop keep getting these freaking pay-per-view matches? Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I like our troop. I think the dude's entertaining. He is a funny guy. He was probably one of the best dudes heading into the IC title build. But seriously, like WrestleMania time, this dude was like a ghost before WrestleMania. He avoids the Jobber Battle Royale, which is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, and he ends up getting inside the IC title ladder match. And now he's in the IC Elimination Chamber match. Hell, this guy made it to the semifinals of the King of the Ring. What is R-Truth doing to get these favorable positions in the WWE? I really want to know. Did he let Vince McMahon rap on one of his CDs? Or like did they do a rap song together? Like I want to know. What did R-Truth do to get into this damn match?
It's like I don't know. I guess it's like Shelton Benjamin. How you know what? It's Money in the Bank time. You're not doing anything, but you know what? You can be in this Money in the Bank match.
Well, Money in the Bank is kind of different. Like they're like Raw. Like this is a chamber match. This is like a big deal. This is where you should have all your big stars going at it. R-Truth in this match. Like really, how does R-Truth get into this match?
I remember.
He's like the new Test. He's like Test. Remember Test? He would always find his way in these random big matches, and you're like, why is Test in there? Okay, I'll take it.
Steiner.
Or Scott Steiner.
Kane.
No, Kane has had some credibility back then. But yeah.
R-Truth, he's been in a chamber before. I remember the one where that was the one where Taker ended up losing the belt to Jericho. I think Truth was first eliminated in that, so I expect him to be first eliminated in this one.
What's up? Then the rest of the participants are King Barrett, Dolph Ziggler, and then also breaking news: Rusev suffered an ankle injury, a major injury to his ankle. So they don't know if he's going to be able to compete. The rumor is that they're going to replace him with the new face of fear, Bray Wyatt. Which I don't know why he would throw Wyatt in this match. I mean, seriously, if Wyatt goes
something with Ryback, kind of. So
well, but it's like he hasn't been featured at all, and if he's kind of in this match, it's like you kind of expect him to win because he's like the hottest star in the match if he goes in there. So you would
Sheamus, of course.
Other than Sheamus, you would expect Bray Wyatt to win. But really, to be honest, I like the big guy, but I don't think he's going to win the belt. Giving Ziggler the IC title will be useless. Barrett doesn't need it, and R-Truth is R-Truth. So I'm predicting Sheamus to win.
Yeah.
Fella, are you not entertained? Rossers?
So, you kind of know what I'm going to pick here. I don't think I even need to really say it. Yeah, let's just move on. You guys know who I'm picking.
Yeah, we already know who Ross is picking. He's not going against his boy. Acers?
See, okay. I expect Sheamus to win because there's no one else really in this match that would either need it or like okay. So I didn't know Rusev was switched either. So Bray Wyatt's in there now.
Maybe we're not 100% sure. Okay. Like Rusev could go into the match and just get eliminated quickly by Dolph Ziggler.
I wouldn't want Bray in there because either he wins or he looks like a joke.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem with Bray Wyatt.
R-Truth, like the Intercontinental title, you can't beat R-Truth, and you're supposed to go up against the Undertaker at WrestleMania. So I hope he's not in it unless he's winning. If Rusev's in it, he can I don't know get rolled up or whatever because he looks like a little bitch now. I mean. I don't see anybody else besides Sheamus winning because I think they want to do something with Sheamus, especially after Mania when he came back. See, that was what was so dumb. Like when it around of Extreme Rules time, no one wanted Sheamus and Ziggler to fight because they were like, oh, one of them's gonna look awful. And it was like a double-edged sword. They were like, well, if Sheamus loses, what was the point in turning a heel? And it's like, if Ziggler loses, oh, why are you guys burying Ziggler? So it's like, you can't please like anyone. It's dumb. And I don't know, like when Sheamus first came back, like other than the new haircut, like it's still just Sheamus to me. And
wait,
like,
wait a minute. Still just Sheamus?
yeah.
Are you kidding me, fella? Are you? No.
Are you not entertained by this new Sheamus Acers?
Not entertained.
I mean, I don't hate it. It's not awful, but like it's just Sheamus. Like he's already been to the mountaintop, so why? Little title feels like I don't know. Feels like they've just fucked with him too much, and now that there's no secondary world title, it's just like here's the IC title, and I guess it brings the prestige up for it, but it just
it definitely does. Any title Sheamus holds, the prestige automatically goes up like 10 times.
All right. Well, that's fair. I guess that's fair.
Yeah, it's fair to say.
But, yeah, so I'm taking Sheamus, and hopefully, I don't know. You're right. Like I've been enjoying it, I guess, but it's just I still can't. I can't get over the beard still. I wish he'd trim that or something. Like
I'm actually if it wasn't for my job, I would be sporting that beard. But I have to shave every once in a while, so yeah.
Would you?
I would do it.
Are you gonna rock the mohawk soon, Ross?
I don't know if I'm allowed to do that for my job, but yeah. Maybe I can try like a twisty beard, like not a beard, mustache, because I'm allowed to have mustaches. Maybe I can do like a twisty mustache.
There you go. There you go. Just the face.
I'm gonna just dye it orange. Yep.
Just the hair.
Speaking of big stars, these are some of the superstars missing from this show. Randy Orton and the Cockfist, Roman Reigns. Those two are not on the show at all.
In the Big Show.
Who?
Big Slow.
Get the fuck out of here with Big Show. No one cares. Yeah, I'm glad he's off TV. This is giving me a break from seeing Big Show come out and do dumb stuff.
Like, you know what the Big Show right now is? If wait, was he injured or did he just like?
He's taking this fucking break. He's sitting at home.
He's probably taking his break so we can go film like episodes on fucking like on a USA show like
I don't see the point in giving him the Battle Royal if you were just gonna take him off TV for a month.
They probably just did it so they could fucking have him pose like Andre the Giant next to the statues.
That's a WrestleMania moment right there.
Just for the photo op. Well, I guess what should you expect? They gave it to Cesaro last year, and
yeah, so
with Tyson Kidd in an elimination chamber, like so.
Now he's teaming with
like that tag team, but once again, that's such a step down. Like it's just tough to take not tough to take seriously, but like when you look at someone who's been at the top and then they're not anymore, and it's kind of sad. Like even with Miz is probably never going to get another title shot again, and I'm not a huge Miz fan, but like just knowing that like he made evented WrestleMania with John Cena and now he's wrestling Miz now on a fucking like,
you mean Macho Mandow?
Macho Mandow, yeah.
Yeah, Macho Mandow, fuck that. So I'm not saying fuck that, because that's dope. I love that shit. Why aren't they in the chamber?
I don't know. Garbage Man and Luke Harper are back together, and they're not in the chamber.
Yeah, I thought that was weird too. They put I saw one tweet for Raw, and it said we put Luke Harper and Eric Rowan back together just in time to not put them in the chamber match.
Fuck Garbage Man.
Yeah, fuck Garbage Man. He don't deserve to be in the chamber match anyways. Anyways, the next match that we shouldn't say fuck you to. Actually, the next two matches are freaking awesome. But I'm talking about this one first. Because let's face it, my main event is totally different than your guys' main event. Seth Rollins taking on Dean Ambrose for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. Now, I get it. A lot of people are saying, Chase, you should talk about this match less. It's for the world title. Look, this is not the match I want to see the most. I saw Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose last year. Feud is enjoyable. I know these two are going to go out there and put on a good match. Let's hope there's not a lot of J&J and Kane bullshit, because that kind of takes away from the match a little bit. As much as I would love to say, hey, give the belt to Dean Ambrose just for the LOLs, you're kind of building up for that Seth Rollins and Lesnar match at the SummerSlam this year. So, really, to be honest, Seth Rollins is going to win in his usual cheap heel way. I don't know what finisher he's going to do this week. Probably maybe the Dirty Deeds. Who knows? So yeah, Seth Rollins to retain the WWE Heavyweight Championship, and a good match against Dean Ambrose. The feud has been enjoyable. Dean Ambrose has been doing well. I don't see the cockfist turning heel here at all. I don't see there would be a point to turn cockfist heel at all. So yeah, there we go. There's my prediction. Rosters.
Yeah, I actually gotta agree. I'm sure it'll be a really good match, but Owens and Cena, that's the main event to me.
Yeah.
That's the match that I've been dying to see. It's a match I never thought I would ever see. Like, just period. Because I never thought Owens would make it to WWE. So, I think this is one of those exceptions to where you could put the U.S. title on last and it wouldn't.
Well, it's not a championship match.
Oh yeah, true.
It's just champion versus champion.
Yeah.
It's
champion versus champion. A match of that caliber that should go on last. You can have it just one time where the champion Seth Rollins doesn't go on last, and it's just Chamber. Like he'll main event Money in the Bank or some shit. Like
honestly, too, it's not even a pay-per-view. It's just
yeah, it's just a network exclusive.
Yeah, it's a special event. Not only that, the thing that I want to put out there why I think Cena versus Owens should main event is that it's the match that I think a lot of people, if you were asking people what match you're turning into the Chamber for, it's Cena versus Owens. Like Ambrose and Rollins, yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah, but we saw it last year. But we all know how this is going to end. And really, to be honest, would you really want to end 3 pay-per-views in a row where Seth Rollins wins because the Authority all helped him out at once? Like, kind of gets stale and boring. You got to kind of change it up every once in a while. And so I think Cena versus Owens is like the perfect main event. It's a match that we can't really predict what's going to happen whatsoever. It's a match that has a lot of unpredictability and a lot of fan interest behind it.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be really good. I expect J&J Security to get involved in this match. Maybe Kane. I don't know. It seems like they dropped that storyline, at least for now. Like maybe after the Chamber, they'll build up a Kane and Rollins thing again. I don't know, just because I still expect them to do that match.
Oh, they gotta, and they're gonna do it like I feel like they'll do it at one of the shows that like can survive on its own, like Money in the Bank or Battleground.
Yeah, they'll do it at either Money in the Bank or Battleground.
And it but honestly, I mean, a lot of people aren't gonna like to hear it because it's Kane, but storyline wise, why wouldn't you? You can play so much. It's kind of sad because he's like a 7-foot tall fucking monster, but you can play so much sympathy with Kane. Like, Kane, you just can't stand that you were never the guy. I can prove one last time that I'm the guy because I'm going to take the title off Seth Rollins. And
what then I turn off my television set, and then I don't watch WWE for a while.
What's fucked up, too, is that with my sympathetic side, I'm going to be like, you're right, Kane. Fuck Seth Rollins. Who does he think he is taking your...
Yeah.
For Kane, and I'm going to be pissed when Rollins beats him.
Yeah, I'm Seth Rollins. Yeah.
Oh, my God. You know what? I want to say this really quick. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I hate Seth Rollins, like, fake laugh every time he's like...
It's great. It's fucking great.
It's a good
Rollins is gonna win the match. They'll probably use the pedigree again, or I'd like to see him use the GPS. Be like, "Fuck you, punk." Yes, fuck. Yeah, that's basically what he is now. He's like a combination of like CM Punk and Edge.
He feels so Edge-like, actually. Like, I've been noticing that recently. Like, I don't know if it's the Money in the Bank or the long hair or just...
But, like, and this is coming from someone who hates Edge, Edge didn't always need help to win the titles or retain his belts. Like, he's more of, like, very, very weak heelish. Like, Edge, he was kind of good heelish, where it was just kind of like, yeah, sometimes Ryder and Hawkins and Chavo Guerrero would come out to help them, but it wasn't like all the time like Seth Rollins.
You still felt like he was a threat. Like every
Yeah.
time I see Seth Rollins, it's like there's no way Seth Rollins is going to win any match without help. Like the guy lost to Heath Slater.
I'm instantly getting flashbacks to SummerSlam 06 when seemed like Cena was about to make Edge tap out, and then like Lita like gave like the brass knucks or whatever, and then like he just teared.
Yeah. See, that's
Son of a bitch.
yeah, that's simple heel stuff that you do. Like Seth Rollins' heel stuff is like over the top, where it's like, oh, like J&J are getting in the ring, humping Seth Rollins' opponent, and then Seth Rollins' opponent, like that's what they do. They literally jump on him like, yeah, and then like hump them for a bit, and then the guy throws them down, and then Kane comes in, does the fake choke slam, and then the guy hits the finisher on Kane. Rollins comes out of nowhere, and then bam, wins 1, 2, 3, and all this other stuff.
Well, that's what I don't like. It's just, you know what I mean? Like,
mm-hmm.
But no, I'll say, yeah, no, Rollins, there's no way Rollins isn't winning.
All right. So, yeah, we all predict Seth Rollins. Now it's time to go for what should be the main event at Elimination Chamber. It's the match I'm looking forward to the most. Kevin Owens versus John Cena. Now, I'll say this. Is it way too early for Kevin Owens versus John Cena? Absolutely. But really, to be honest, in today's WWE and just in today's wrestling in general, I need stuff. Even if they're not ready for it, I need something to get me stoked for the wrestling product. Need some help for the WWE, and this is something that's been a breath of fresh air. Like it's been a long time that I've actually like sat down and been excited for something in professional wrestling where I'm like, oh, I cannot wait for this day to come. Like WrestleMania, I didn't feel like that. Like I just felt like it was any ordinary Sunday. I was just chilling, having a good time. That type of stuff. Like I was more excited that people were coming over to watch it than the actual like event itself. But this is like, I'm excited for the event. I'm excited for Kevin Owens and John Cena. I felt Kevin Owens had a great debut. It was a great Raw segment, one that hopefully we remember to come. Like it was a great segment. Last week's build was kind of the same shit that he did. This week's build is kind of the same that he did a week ago. But I just like it because I don't know. It just feels like this guy's actually a threat to John Cena. Like I haven't felt that way with an opponent of John Cena's in a while, because normally during a John Cena build, it's like, the guy beats up on Cena, but then Cena comes out the next week like, oh, well, you beat me down, but I'm still here. I'm still ready for the fight, and nothing will ever stop me from getting my hands on you. So I'm going to beat you down, and you can't stop me. Hustle, loyalty, respect, and, the usual Cena promo, and the champ is here, and all this other crap, and then Cena beats down the guy, makes the guy look like a goofball, and then you just don't really care for the matchup. But this one, I'm just interested because Kevin Owens actually feels like an obstacle for John Cena to overcome. Kevin Owens feels like a threat to John Cena, and really, to be honest, when's the last time you actually cared about a John Cena match heading into a pay-per-view? I want to know, Ross, when's the last time you gave a shit that John Cena was having a pay-per-view match where you were like super excited? Minus The Rock. We're going to take that one out of the way because that's cheating.
And CM Punk too?
Yeah, CM Punk and The Rock. Take those two away. When was the last time you remember a John Cena match where you actually were excited to see this guy wrestle someone?
This is my legacy.
Oh, God.
No, maybe not that. I was more excited just because of those video packages. Like, those video packages.
You're heroes, children. They only lie to you. Hustle, loyalty, and respect.
But other than that, like, shit.
I already know Ace's answer. Ace is going to say the same.
John Cena from
Extreme Rules?
SummerSlam or Extreme Rules
or
something? Yeah, something like that.
I already know Ace's answer. Ace, is your answer the Jesus match? Ace.
Yes. that was a great match. Like, people, I feel like, people always talk about, like, the classics, like Owen, Brett, okay, Sean, Brett, all right. Austin Michaels, but no one ever talks about Cena and Jesus. And
we need to watch this match in like a podcast special.
Yeah, we should, because I think every episode we've at least mentioned Cena versus Jesus at Armageddon 2004, one way or another.
the stars aligned on that pay-per-view. Just everything came together, and it was an excellent match.
It was just Cena beating up the guy for fucking.
So underrated by everyone. People need to talk about it more. So everyone listening to this, go on the network right now and watch Cena versus Jesus from Armageddon 04.
Is that the one that had the main event? It was like JBL and Booker T and Taker and Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, the All Texas main event, a great fatal 4-way.
Battle of
That
was a good show.
yeah, that's actually a pretty good show if you think about it.
Didn't that show have Miz versus Daniel Puder?
Yeah, and the Dixie Dog fight.
Dixie Dog? Fuck, I haven't thought about that in so long.
I could have gone to that show, actually. I think that show was in Georgia.
I think it was.
Should have.
Yeah, but Ace, we already know John Cena and Jesus.
You could have seen it in flesh, Ross. Man, that'd be tell your grandkids about. Yeah.
Cena versus Jesus. I swear, dude, we're gonna find a way to mention it next podcast somehow, some way. We like Ace will mention it or something.
Oh, there's the way.
Huh?
I'll figure it out.
You'll figure it. Yeah, it can't be forced, but we all know. Like, I kind of brought it upon myself because I was like, oh, maybe we'll go this episode without mentioning Cena versus Jesus, and then I'm like, oh shit, Ace is gonna say that's his favorite Cena feud. Mine would have to be JBL. You know, that was oh no, actually Batista was a great one.
My favorite.
Bark. That's all you do. That's That's not what I do. Like,
my favorite Cena feud. I would say Punk, but I'm kind of disqualifying Punk now from like everything. No, seriously. Punk, it's definitely up there, but I gotta go with the Cena and Edge.
Were you guys not excited for Cena Bryan at SummerSlam?
No, because I knew Bryan was gonna win.
Yeah, I was excited.
I knew Bryan was gonna win, so I wasn't excited. I was pissed off. I was like, stupid farm animal.
Overrated though, because like the finish was like random. Like that was before Bryan started using the running knee.
Yeah, he just kind of got up and he was like, yes, and then he just charges at Cena, and then I'm like, oh, is it over?
It's like, oh, it's over. Oh, okay. Like everyone was like, oh my god, that's so much better than Punk and Brock, and I'm like, what? Brock and Punk? That was like match of the year for me that year.
Yeah, that was a match of the year for me too. Yeah, and that's still one of my favorite SummerSlam endings. But it's 2013. Randy Orton bias aside, that's still one of my favorite endings because like they swerved you so hard that Randy wasn't going to cash in, and then Randy cashed in, and then finally Triple H turned fully heel because he was done playing this stupid babyface Triple H. That's just terrible. I'm sorry, if there's one character Triple H can't play unless Shawn Michaels is by his side, he cannot be a babyface. He just doesn't have the look for it. You know, it's just like him being a babyface is just so boring. The game.
Like you ever like SmackDown babyface Triple H?
Oh god, that was unbearable, man.
Like Triple H, like every time I hear people complain about the Authority, I'm like, do you want to see Triple H be face or do you want to see him be heel?
Yeah, exactly. Like I prefer Triple H. I like Triple H. Unlike most people, I like the Triple H promos. So
yeah, you're not supposed to see. That's what people always forget. You're not supposed to enjoy the Triple H promos. You're supposed to be pissed that the asshole keeps talking. Like that's why he's out there. And I mean, okay, sure, it gets repetitive sometimes, but like that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to be annoying. Like so.
But yeah, back to the match.
Back to Cena versus Owens. Yeah, Cena versus Owens is a match that I'm really excited for. That I'm looking forward to. I don't know what to expect from this match. You know, DQ finish maybe, kind of keep it undecided so that way you can have another match further down the line. But really, to be honest, since there's no U.S. title on the line, and I really feel like this could be a good thing for John Cena because let's face it, if he beats him here, it's kind of a big deal. You know, Kevin Owens is the current NXT champion. I honestly think that you have Kevin Owens win here. And I know that sounds crazy, you know, face of the company versus, you know, Kevin Owens. But you got to establish Kevin Owens some way, somehow. Kevin Owens is still going to be on NXT doing his own thing. And it would be kind of cool to have that rival of John Cena's where it's like, he can't get revenge right away. Cena has to wait. And then this could actually add more to John Cena's character. Because one of the problems with John Cena is he's just like so impenetrable, and I get it, it's for the kids, he's their Superman and all that other stuff, but it's like sometimes you need to find a kryptonite for the Superman. Like CM Punk at one point was kind of like John Cena's kryptonite, but then at the end of the day, John Cena still got his at the end of the day, and obviously John Cena's still around in the company, CM Punk's gone, type of deal. With Kevin Owens, it could be like that one guy where it's like Cena, he just can't figure it out. He can't understand why he can't beat Kevin Owens, type of deal. Someone where it's just, Cena, it's just impossible for him to defeat. Where it's just like it eats him up that he can't defeat him. I know that's asking for too much, and I know that's not going to happen. It's probably just going to be, a good match between these two. Cena hits the springboard stunner, and then the AA, and and all that other stuff. But I would like to see WWE take a risk here, and especially without the U.S. title on the line, and especially because a rematch between these two at a Big Four event would be instant eyeballs, because Cena has an obstacle to overcome in Kevin Owens, and it wouldn't be because like the Rusev match, unlike the Rusev, here's the thing with the Rusev feud. It was inevitable that Cena always is going to get his at the end of the day. That's what you people need to understand. John Cena is going to win some matches in the feud at the end of the day. He's John fucking Cena. If you don't expect this motherfucker to win, you haven't been watching professional wrestling for the past 10 years. Okay? He's going to get his at the end of the day. But sometimes you got to build up guys that are strong threats to him. They kind of ruined Rusev because they made Rusev like kick him in the nuts, and he had to pass out to the Accolade, and then afterwards Cena just beat him down the whole time. If you made it where Kevin Owens was just someone that Cena couldn't beat down, then every time Cena tries to go after Kevin Owens keeps beating him down, keeps beating him up, and it's just like Cena's like, what am I doing wrong? How come I can't get to this guy? Most other guys, I go right to them, they crumble, but this guy, he's not crumbling. That would be fucking great. And then I would be fine with Cena beating Owens at the SummerSlam event. I would be fine with that because they at least make Kevin Owens look like a threat to John Cena. Unlike Rusev, where, at first he was kind of like, saying no to John Cena, but then afterwards Cena beats him up and was like, and Rusev was all like, oh, yeah, U.S. title, Lana, and all this other stuff. So I'm predicting Kevin Owens to win here, either by DQ or just clean win. I'm just predicting him to win, and I think it'd be best for business if he won, to set up a good heel for your company. You need to set up more heels, and I think Kevin Owens, he does a good job at it, which is hard, being an internet hardcore fan's favorite, being that indie guy, the IWC loves you already, but like he's able to control a crowd in such a good way on the microphone. He's able to get people to boo him for what he says, to where he doesn't get overly cheered for what he does.
Like Punk used to be able to do that.
Yeah, Punk used to be able to do that, and then WWE's like, oh, want to put him with Paul Heyman? Like, the fuck? No. Are you drunk?
Yeah, this match, I like the way they built it up in the short time span. I really liked Cena's promo on Raw. I don't remember word for word what he said, but he basically painted this picture of like everyone's always looking, for who's going to be that guy to finally dethrone Cena and keep him down. And then Cena's like, well, I'm never going to give up. And, whoever it is, you better bring it. Or, basically that was kind of like the gist of the promo. And, Cena, wasn't going to deny why people hate him and everything. So I liked it. And then there was a little thing.
And that's another thing I will have to say about this too, is that what I like about this program is that we haven't got stupid Cena on the microphone. We've gotten good John Cena. Because John Cena, I'll say this, he's not one of the best mic workers of all time, but he can pull out a good fucking promo if he needs to. Like there's some good stuff that Cena has done on the microphone. And it's when he tries to be goofy. Like I remember the Bray Wyatt feud when like that one episode where all the kids were seeing like that he got the whole world in his hands and Cena was in shock, and then Cena came out of the locker room and then he was all like, I'm gonna buy Bray Wyatt a donkey and I'm gonna make Bray Wyatt kiss that donkey's ass. I was like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
Or he showed pictures on the Titantron of like, I don't know, like them and shit. Like, yes.
Yeah, but this is like good serious stuff. Like the Kevin Owens and Cena segment from 2 weeks ago. Oh, that was fire. That was money. That made me want to see this match even more. When Cena's like, let me give you veteran advice, kid. And Owens is like, veteran advice? And it's just like, oh, shit. Like, and Cena, he wasn't doing his usual goofy stuff that he does. He wasn't, playing with his head or, just smiling during the whole promo, acting like an asshole, not listening to people. He was like dead serious, and that's the Cena I like on the microphone. That's when John Cena pulls out some of his best stuff. That was his best promo work these past two promos since the Daniel Bryan promo that he cut in 2013. Remember when they had that little Miss TV segment, and he was all like talking about why he's the champion and why Daniel Bryan just needs to stop dreaming. Like I was like, yes, this is just Cena we need more of, not this. I'm gonna buy Bray Wyatt a donkey Cena.
But I really like the. If you haven't seen it, it's like a 2-minute thing on WWE.com. Renee Young interviews Kevin Owens, and just talking about like the match, and Owens is like, I was the John Cena of where I came from. Like I was the guy that everyone looked up to. So I like that comparison and how he tied it in. Like, yeah, like Kevin Owens on the independent scene, or I don't know. I guess he was referring to the independent scene. Like he was the John Cena of the independents. Like he was this guy that everybody looked up to, and yada yada yada. So I like that he threw that in there and to add to the match a little bit. And it, is it too soon? Like I know you said that earlier. Um, I don't think it is necessarily because with the whole thing with Cena, like they're building this up as like the guy that beats him is gonna be like the next guy, pretty much. That's how they're painting this picture, and so like why not let an NXT guy get that opportunity? And to me, you can do this, and then you can have him feud again later down the road, and it'll be just fine. Like, so I don't have much of a problem with it, and since it's champion versus champion, I think they're gonna have in a non-title match. I think they're gonna have Owens win this match. Maybe it'll be in some cheap way. I don't know, but Owens, based off NXT, it seems like he really doesn't have to cheat like ever. He just straight up beats him. So I think he would just straight up beat Cena, and that would be that. And then maybe they'll have another match in the future for the U.S. belt. I don't know, but yeah.
I mean, Owens does do cowardly heel stuff, but he does it more in an aggressive way. Where like say for example the Sami Zayn match, like he attacked the injury, like that's aggressive. That's like oh what a chicken shit for attacking the injury, but he did it in an aggressive way where it's just like okay he's not like Seth Rollins that needs like 8 people to come out and help them. Acers, what are your thoughts about Cena versus Owens?
No, like all kidding aside, like I am very not very excited. Like I'm looking forward to it. It should be, I feel like a good match. And this is more like for the moment. And there's gonna be, there's gonna be a couple moments because obviously the crowd's gonna be way into Owens. I feel like, but there's gonna be a couple moments where like Cena's gonna go for something, like one of the moves he's done 1,000 times, right? He's gonna go for it. And he's gonna like. It's not even going to phase Owens, and Owens is going to, like, laugh, and then the crowd's just going to go nuts, and
you'll get proverbial, like, you'll get the AA out of nowhere, of course.
Yeah, no, there's going to be a couple moments that tease, like, oh, my God, that didn't even phase Owens. Oh, my, holy shit.
I could totally see Cena going for, like, the shoulder, his, like, trademark shoulder shoves, and, like, Owens catches him for the pop-up powerbomb.
Yeah, oh yeah. Like Punk used to block that shit sometimes.
I feel like, I'd like to see Owens win, but I feel like we're just gonna see a FU out of nowhere, and it's gonna be over.
It'll be back and forth, pop up powerbomb, kick out.
Like it'll be exactly any one of his open challenge matches.
And he'll put in the STF. Will Owens tap? No, he won't. Back and forth, and then AA.
No, it has to go springboard. Roger being springboard stunner, and then AA out of nowhere.
But yeah, so like, and I feel like Owens will probably like beat the shit out of him after the match, but it doesn't really matter. So maybe
I feel like this will be a counter. I feel like it'll be a pop-up powerbomb will get countered into like Cena trying to do another Hurricane Rana.
I just thought of that. I could see the two of them just beating the shit out of each other, and then it being a no contest. I could see that too. Just like they're just backstage or something, and I don't know. They like both die.
Let's be real here. You wish this was like Jesus Part 2. Cena comes out and just wrecks the shit out of Kevin Owens.
Actually, that would be amazing. Yeah, like Kevin Owens tries to run up the crowd, and Cena's like, no.
In all honesty, I think it'd be pretty cool if they could tie in some NXT with this. Like, I don't know, come up with something like Owens wins the match, but then he does his usual thing like he was doing to Zayn. Like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking back up what I say. I'm gonna kick his ass. He beats him down after the match and all thing, and then all of a sudden, ooh, wow, ooh, wow, Samoa Joe or Joey Samoa comes out and continues the NXT thing. And like you tie in NXT and it's like, oh shit, who is this guy? But yeah, a lot of people know him, but like you get the point. Like
yeah, and also to kind of build up more for Joe versus Owens that's going to happen on the network.
So
it would make sense because it's like we said, this is more of a network exclusive than anything else.
Actually, do you think we'll see Zayn at all in this match?
Zayn's out, dude. He's out.
Yeah, I think he's out for a little bit.
Oh, is he? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes, Sami Zayn is going to be out of action for a while.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm. But hey, it is what it is. Injuries happen at any time, as Rey Mysterio would say.
Injuries can happen
at any time.
My left knee.
I've had surgery on my left knee 5 times.
I miss Rey Mysterio, man.
Did you see the AAA team that they fucking have? Did you see that at all?
Del Rio and Sin Cara. I love how they call him Sin Cara. Like it's like what the fuck? Sin Cara is over there and he's in WWE.
Yeah, he goes by 2 different names. It's Sin Cara.
A Samoa Joe deal type too.
Yeah, you didn't know? Yeah, no, he goes by the name Sin Cara, and then he also goes by Mystides. But yeah, that fucking team, like if you saw the AAA team that they have, it's like Mysterio, Del Rio, and fucking Sin Cara on the same team. Like the fuck? Like no way, that team's losing to any losers.
That's Team WWE right
there. Yeah, dude, that's Team WWE right there. That's a dream team. That's pretty cool. I might actually check out some of the matches from that just to see if anyone has links to that. That'd be great.
I check out AAA sometimes just to see Taya Valkyrie.
Well, I'm checking out for Rey Mysterio because I do miss I do miss him. Like, no offense to Kalisto, he ain't Rey Mysterio yet.
I miss Rey Mysterio so much, actually. Like, it's crazy. It's just like, he's just one of those names that, like, there's a lot of people on the internet, not even on the internet, just wrestling fans in general. There's a lot of people they love and they hate. I've never met anyone who's been like, fuck Rey Mysterio. Hated that guy. Like, everyone loved him.
Now you're kind of getting that based off that tragedy for him.
It's not his fault.
No one, yeah, like, I mean, I was thinking, like, from the Rumble, because at the Rumble, what was it, the year?
Oh, you were thinking about when he got booed out the building?
Fuck Rey Mysterio, we want Daniel Bryan.
They don't boo Rey Mysterio. Go out there, Rey. Show him why you're the best. All right, Vince. Booyaka, booyaka, boo.
That was like a really like definite boo.
I felt so bad for Rey Mysterio. Like
the intro video, like you know how they have that like before the Rumble, they're like, wait, let's talk to some of the and like I knew there was still when Batista came out, I was like, there's still Big E and Rey Mysterio. Bryan's not in the Rumble, and yet they were still so convinced. They were like, Daniel Bryan's coming out. What? And then it's Rey Mysterio.
But then again, those are Philadelphia fans, and they're not really the smartest fans in the world.
No, that wasn't Philly.
Yeah, it was Philadelphia.
Philly was this year.
No, they went back. The WWE, the geniuses that they are, said, "Oh, it didn't work last year. Let's go back this year."
Wait, it was in Philadelphia both years?
Yeah, it was in Philly both years.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. They're bringing it to Arizona, I think, this year. Is it Arizona or Atlanta this year, Ross?
Oh, no, Atlanta gets Survivor Series.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're getting Survivor Series. I wasn't sure which one you were getting, but I know they're bringing another Big Four over to somewhere else because they don't want to deal with Philly.
Orlando or something.
Yeah, Orlando. Yeah, I think it's Orlando, actually. Yeah, it's Orlando. It's Florida this year. So, yeah, it was in Philadelphia both years, back-to-back Acers.
That's so dumb. And then you have Batista and Roman Reigns. Everyone wanted Reigns to win the year before, and then Fine. You want Reigns? Sorry, we didn't give you Reigns last
You
year.
want Reigns? We're gonna give you Reigns, but first.
No. You're thinking 2014 was Pittsburgh, so it was still Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
was Rumble this year in Philadelphia? It was in Philadelphia.
This year it was Philly. Last year was Pittsburgh.
It's still the same.
Same state.
Same state, same fans.
Both years they just wanted Daniel Bryan. They were like, "Fuck."
I think WWE kind of fucked up Rumble 2015 a lot because they were just what's it called? They fucked up 2015 because they kind of like announced Daniel Bryan ahead of time, and so people thought he was going to win. Oh yeah, fun fact. Fun fact about Elimination Chamber 2015. Did you know that in Germany they don't call this the Elimination Chamber? They call it No Escape. They've been doing this ever since they've changed the name, and they do it. Because back then the Elimination Chamber was something used that the Nazis used back in the day. Yeah, so it's kind of a touchy subject. So they call it No Escape.
I remember because I was in Germany last year and I went to like the Wall and like all that, and I remember I saw like they have like an arena there, and the first thing I thought, of course, was like oh man, I want to go to a wrestling show in there, like, but what do you think that was the stadium? What was the one when JBL did the Nazi sign and everyone fucking booed the shit out of him?
Oh god, I don't remember this.
It was on it was in SmackDown. It was in SmackDown. Yeah.
Oh man, that's awful. What are you thinking? That's the dumbest thing I've ever. Why? Like.
Oh god. Wasn't it like was it a couple years back the Miz interrupted the national anthem?
I think so.
In Germany?
No, in America. He interrupted the American national anthem because Finlay told him to go out there and do it.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, yeah, it was like a rib sort of thing. That's awful.
Like, come on. Jericho kicking the Brazilian flag.
That was dumb because, okay, like, I mean, actually, when Big Show pulled down the Russian flag, wasn't there shit about that too?
I don't know why they had to apologize, but yeah.
That's so dumb. Like, people are so sensitive to nowadays. Like, have a little fun. Like, make the odd Nazi joke. Who cares? Like.
Yeah, so I just wanted to throw that fun fact. So for you Germany fans out there, No Escape, enjoy it. Now, I wonder, in Germany, do they say it's the Elimination Chamber match, or do they say it's a No Escape match?
No Escape match.
That sounds so dumb. Like, no offense, like to people who are German, but like, do you guys call it? If you guys are from Germany, I really want to know. What do they translate this as? If they call it a No Escape match, tell them to call it like something cooler or something like that. Like, I don't know, the Bile Dome or something, or the Glass Dome or something cool, or the Chain Dome. You know, like.
It's not great, but No would be 9. I don't know what Chamber would be.
Huh?
So it'd be or Escape. I don't know what Escape would be. 9 is No in German, but just 9. And there's only 6 participants, not 9.
Yeah, no, seriously.
9 Escape?
9 Escape? Not 9 Escape match.
9.
WWE must love Germany. 9.
Hashtag fuck.
9. Indy 9.
9. You know, WWE. All right, guys. That's it for the WWE Elimination Chamber 2015 preview and predictions podcast. Looking forward to the show. Like I said, I think it's going to be an exciting show. Hopefully, all the matches deliver. Up next, we have Money in the Bank 2015 in 2 weeks. Afterwards, we got Battleground. Right? When's Battleground?
July 19th.
Oh wow, we actually have a break unless WWE wants to throw another random special event at us.
We're gonna get a week after Money in the Bank. We're gonna get a network special for
Fatal
match pay-per-view.
Fatal 4-Ways returning after its long bragging rights is back.
Bragging rights is back. Yeah, good. We don't have brands anymore, but yeah, bragging rights.
NXT versus fucking WWE.
That would actually be a good idea to do for a special NXT versus WWE.
The future is now. The crowd gets to scream and
Help them win. Like you could have the guys you like down there win. Like you could have, I don't know, like Balor beat fucking Bo Dallas or something, right? Like that'd be kind of cool.
Balor beat Bo Dallas or something.
Have rip off TNA and have like a Divas special.
Oh no one would go to that event.
Nope. No.
Unless like Sasha, like unless you're bringing up some of the NXT divas, like no, I wouldn't even.
Hashtag give Divas a chance. Like that would be the show. That would be.
That's the name of the show. Give WWE presents.
Yeah,
Gives divas a chance.
That'd be awful. Like I'm sorry. Like I'm not. I don't want to bash the like diva wrestlers, but would anybody even show up? Like when your headline, your main attraction is Nikki Bella.
Paige. Pina.
If you have Trish Stratus and Lita still and Jazz and Victoria.
Jazz.
I fucking loved Jazz.
They should bring back Michelle McCool for one night only.
Let me show you what love is. Let me show you how to move your body, move your body, move your body, 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 body. Raise your hands up, raise your hands up, raise your hands up. Oh, and if you got Maurice back, and then, oh, well, Eve Torres can't wrestle. She recently got pregnant. Congratulations, Eve Torres.
Caitlyn? Bring back Caitlyn?
What was her theme song again?
I feel like Caitlyn's like run was so short.
Yeah, it wasn't that long of a run.
Another like year or two.
Yeah, it wasn't long at all, her run.
Yeah, she was just hitting her groove.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's it for Elimination Chamber. No Escape 2015 preview predictions. The review will be on the channel. Ace's Twitter and Instagram are down below. Ross's Instagram and YouTube is down below. And JD Venom's Twitter, and YouTube is down below. JD Venom gets promoted all videos. Same with anyone who doesn't show up to the podcast, because this is a four-man team.
We gotta talk about Jesus once, and we gotta plug Justin.
Yeah, exactly. If we